So, with LA Knight getting the W against Sheamus, I don't know about you guys, but I was happy about it considering how everything went down. And it's funny because his W came with a little bit of controversy considering several competitors that are supposed to be in the SummerSlam Battle Royal were surrounding the ring, and there was a lot of commotion going on. Everybody fighting everybody. I like that because what gave it a different spin was the fact that there's little storylines going on with these men. Like Karrion Kross was out there, AJ Styles was out there. You know that they was gonna get into it, considering that I believe next Friday Night Smackdown they're supposed to be having their rematch. Looking forward to that. Hopefully WWE is gonna do that right. And then you have Austin Theory sneak attacking Santos Escobar when they're supposed to have a United States Championship match next week on SmackDown. And then it's just, there's so much going on, and with all the distractions, it just made it an easy space for LA Knight to just capitalize on this situation and pick up the W. Not easy to talk about the OC versus the Brawling Brutes, but what I would rather talk about is the fact that the match ended up being a DQ because the Street Profits came out looking like Bobby Jr. 1 and Bobby Jr. 2. They were suited up and they came out of nowhere and they started attacking the OC and attacking the Brawling Brutes and just taking over the entire situation. And like, I was shocked. Oh my goodness. And they both had this angry face. They both had such aggression. They both were just ready to devour anyone that stood in their way. And I don't know what Bobby Lashley talked to you guys about in these little interviews that y'all been having, but they must have been some huge motivators for y'all to come out and to freak up a tag team match y'all had nothing to do with. The crowd was for it. They were so happy. They were pumped. And then you have Bobby Lashley come out and you have these three men standing in the entrance and people are chanting Bobby Lashley's name. They're just like, Bobby, Bobby. What are we doing here, WWE? What are we doing with these men? I am so excited. Like, it's almost like Bobby Lashley got little mini-me's right now, but like, this is a whole new Street Profits that we ain't never saw before. And I can't help but to think, because like that right there, this is, I don't know about y'all, but that's giving me heel vibes. And I can't help but to think about Bianca Belair for some reason. I'm jumping ahead a bit, but the Charlotte Flair, Asuka, and Bianca Belair are supposed to be having this triple threat match in SummerSlam for the WWE Women's Championship. And I have a strong feeling that Bianca Belair is not going to win. And because of that, I feel like this might be the perfect opportunity for her to turn heel. Now, I'm not saying that Bianca Belair is just going to jump on the bandwagon, but at the same time, that is her boo, that is her husband. So I wonder if they're going to interact like that, and she going to be like a part of the group with the Bobby Lashley group, because we don't even know what the name of this new group is going to be. We know it's a group, but we don't know what it's called. So, I mean, either way, whatever they do, I'm for it. But, oh my gosh. With this whole Paul Heyman, Jey Uso, and Solo Sikoa segment, I just saw this as just the last finish touches on adding hype to this tribal combat match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship and for the right to be called the Tribal Chief. And with Jey Uso kicking the shiznit out of Solo Sikoa, kicking this man out of the ring. And Jey is so pumped because they're supposed to be having the main event match, Solo and Jey, brother versus brother. It is so weird. I know this is a part of the story. I know it makes sense right now, but it's still weird. They've brawled before. They've been in a tag team match, like against each other, with Jimmy Jey versus Roman and Solo. Like we've seen them in the ring interact, wrestle together. But it's interesting. I feel like it's so significant, and I don't know if people are talking enough about this. Brother versus like literal brother versus brother having a match with Solo Sikoa not being for his older brother Jey, being with his older cousin Roman, and staying with the bloodline and staying loyal to the tribal chief, putting your other brother in the freaking hospital, Jimmy. Like, it is crazy to me. So, oh my gosh, and I'm just gonna skip to the main event, Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa. Now, I had a feeling that Jey was going to pick up the W. He needs this type of momentum going into this tribal combat, this championship match at SummerSlam. This W is so important, but I can't help but to think this was not a good idea. I don't know if Jey Uso got the super strength to heal all the way back to 100% for tomorrow to go up against Roman Reigns, and of course deal with Solo Sikoa being on ringside, about to get the Samoa spike, about to, like, ready to go, about to kick you, about to throw you, about to tear you up. Like, Jey Uso has a lot that he's going to deal with tomorrow. He's not just fighting Roman Reigns. Let's just be real here. He's gonna be fighting Solo Sikoa. Someone say all the prayers for him. I have a feeling that the tribal chief Roman Reigns will remain tribal chief Roman Reigns and retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Now, I might be the only one saying this. I might be the only weirdo out there in the streets, but I can't help but to think about Cody Rhodes. Now, Cody Rhodes has his own stuff to deal with for SummerSlam. Like, he's having the final match against Brock Lesnar to shut that annoying chapter of those two going at each other. We had them at Backlash, then we had them at Night of Champions, and now we're having them now at SummerSlam. Don't know why I'm snapping. I still keep thinking about Cody Rhodes and the finish the story narrative. He's going after the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. I've said this before on my channel multiple times. And with that, he is having this thing with Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar himself, he's just a mountain that he has to get over. A chapter in this book of finishing the story. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more hills and valleys and mountains to get to the championship, to get to Roman. Because even in the short time that Cody and Roman had to build this feud against one another, I feel like, for what it's worth, they did a great job. And I feel like WWE did what they had to do to get us invested into it, bringing the late Dusty Rhodes into the story, talking about Roman and how long it took for him to actually get to where he is now in his career, like Cody coming at his neck. Like, there's just so much stuff that they had to, like, throw in there in order for us to get on board. I'll speak for myself. For me to get on board and get invested in this inevitable match that Cody lost at WrestleMania. So with that in mind, I have a feeling that Roman is going to retain the championship, not only because of Cody thinking about finishing the story and Cody and Roman having to meet each other once again, once Cody conquers everything that he needs to conquer, but I'm also thinking about Solo Sikoa, who is going to be a huge factor in this match, whether we want to admit it or not. Now, part of me doesn't even think that people even cared about this match between Cameron Grimes and the United States champion Austin Theory. Like, it's just let's just slap these two together. I just feel like, considering what happened after the match with Santos Escobar get his lick back, that Austin Theory got his comeuppance back with Santos attacking Austin from after what Austin did to him. Based off that, I just feel like that was a reason that Austin Theory had a match against Cameron. But even with that said, just watching Cameron Grimes wrestle, I was reminded of why I liked him in NXT. Like, he is so talented. Cameron did put up a great fight, but I've noticed a lot with Austin Theory's matches, they just seem unbelievable to me sometimes. It just seems like whenever he pins for the 1, 2, 3, it just seems like it's such short notice. Like, it's just like, a match has just been cut short, and it just doesn't make sense to me. From all the work that Cameron Grimes put into this match, and maybe I'm crazy, for Austin Theory to win the way that he did, like, oh, come on! With the Grayson Waller effect and Bayley and Io being on his show, and Io, I get it, Io is not her English is not the best. I mean, I can, quite frankly, I can understand what the woman is saying, but it's not the best. It's not as, you know, fluent, and a lot of times Bayley has to speak for her. But even when Bayley speaks for her, Io be looking at her like, I was saying something, sis. I was actually intrigued by it, especially with the aspect of Shotzi playing with Bayley's mind, and Shotzi got the hair trimmers in her hand. Io Sky versus Zelina Vega match. I do think that the match could have been longer, considering how good these two women were working together. I was enjoying the match up until it freaking ended. By the way, I love the creativity of having Zelina Vega come out on Shotzi's ride. Like, that was dope. While they're having their match, there's junk going on with Shotzi and Bayley, with Shotzi trying to cut Bayley's hair off and Io getting distracted. And I love to see the resilience of Zelina Vega. Like, these two little women were doing the dang thing. I don't know if this is a thing that WWE is having to do with Io Sky constantly getting distracted in her match so that she can get a L. I don't know if this is a thing that they're doing on purpose to build more tension between Io and Bayley, because we see it. We even saw it on the Grayson Waller effect. The way Io was looking at Bayley when she interrupted her, like, Io wanted to pop Bayley in the mouth. Like, she's getting tired of her stablemate, okay? So guys, let me know what you thought about Friday Night Smackdown. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. You will be getting a review from me about SummerSlam probably on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. Signing off. Bye.